How's it hanging, bros? We apologize for the past entire playthrough of this game because it's all gone to shit. We haven't had a single recording session without some sort of mishap now.
Oh yeah, this I forgot about last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So I hope you enjoyed our podcast for the past 7 episodes or so.
Maybe I'll put some TikTok memes, meme comps.
That'll be excellent.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I might just leave it. I'll put something in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll just be like a picture though, or
yeah,
if I'll
just a still image.
record some gameplay, or I would just put like a bunch of gifs or something.
Do some hentai on the screen.
Yeah, as I usually do.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
Also, this area here that you can see is from the cover of the game. Where that skull is over there, that big one, that's from the cover of the game.
Is that the guy we just killed?
No, that's a different demon.
Who killed him?
Good question. Probably Doom Guy at some point.
Do we kill another one of them?
Hopefully.
Or go inside of his body?
Yeah, it's pretty hot, isn't it?
Whoa. Look at this. Oh! Caca demons!
Oh, caca demons are pretty hot, dude.
Yes! Do you have a Tinder update?
Are we just gonna start defaulting to that? That's supposed to be our fallback in case we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, that's true. Should we? What I've been doing is, or I've been thinking of is, putting it at the beginning of each sesh.
Okay.
But I guess we actually maybe it would be better to save it if we don't.
That's
have
what I was
anything
thinking previously, at least.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense actually.
I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about besides the Tinder update, and I really don't have a very good Tinder update anyways. So
we could talk about bloody piles of meat.
Okay. I mean, are all piles of meat bloody? Well, no. I guess unless they're cooked, then they're not very bloody then.
What happens to the blood when you cook it?
It drains away.
Oh.
It's actually probably still there, and it's just been converted to tasty bits.
A small amount of it.
Yeah.
Trace amounts of blood.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't think to do that before.
It's pretty hot.
The double tap.
Just slapping.
Oh, I love it.
It's pretty hot.
This is an excellent weapon.
Indeed. Yeah. That's basically going to be our entire playthrough of this game. Is just, man, the super shotgun's awesome, isn't
it? Yeah. I just love shotguns.
Yeah. I've discovered that shotguns are my favorite guns in Red Dead Redemption as well. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out this week, so I've been playing it nonstop.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been telling me of your glorious adventures.
Indeed.
Well, no, you just told me that you played it, but...
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What have you achieved?
A lot of murdering and thieving.
How does it relate to the other game, or does it even?
It's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, so is it John Marston again?
No, but John is in the gang. It does take place in more or less the same area, and it has the gang that you focus on in the first game. It's not technically the first game. It's since Red Dead Revolver was a thing, but nobody talks about that because it was an old game, and I mean, as far as I know, it doesn't bear any relevance to Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, in Red Dead Redemption, the first one, John's goal is to hunt down all the old members of his gang because the government agents have his wife and son held hostage, and so they want him to track down the old gang and take care of them.
Yeah.
So this takes place before that, when John is still part of the gang. But you play as a different character. You don't play as John in this one.
You play as John Larson?
Yes, exactly. They play as Arthur Morgan.
From The Walking Dead.
Basically. So it's pretty good. There's a lot of customization that I really like. Like, you can change a lot of things about the guns. So you can change the metal types of, like, the barrel and the case and the hammer and the trigger and all this stuff, and then you can change different types of woods on the stock and a bunch of other stuff like that. It's really cool.
Do you get to or do you pay for that? Like,
yeah, you pay
in-game gold,
in-game dollars, dollar bills. But you reach a certain point when it's just like, okay, I have enough money to do whatever I want with all my guns. I have an outfit that I like, and I'm gonna keep wearing it. So, like, that's about all I can spend my money on. And then you can spend money on like upgrades for the camp for the gang and stuff, but even that isn't that expensive once you get some big scores down with missions. So like for a while there, you're running and you don't have too much money, but then you do a couple of big scores and all of a sudden it's got like $6,000, and you can only spend so much money on weapons and customization for them. So
yeah. Ugh.
so yeah, now I'm just struggling to find things to spend my money on because I don't want to pay off any of my bounties, because why would I? It's extra money that I don't need to worry about spending, because if you die you don't lose that much money, but if you get arrested, I don't know how much money you actually lose if you get arrested, but if you get arrested it clears your bounty. So I wonder if they just take enough money to like pay off your bounty. I don't know, because the only time I've actually ever been arrested was when I had like $1,000 bounty and I had like $6 on me. So it just took all my money, and then I spent some time in prison. So.
And do like more people come after you the higher your bounty is, or
yeah,
something?
you get bounty hunters coming after you if you have a bigger bounty. So.
Do you ever do any like shootings at high noon or something?
There haven't been any like real one-on-one duels. It's mostly like you and the gang will be facing down some enemies, and then it'll be like, it'll put you into the what do they call it? It's like the bullet time. Deadeye is what it's called actually, which is funny that you call it high noon, because that's when McCree's ult is called, is Deadeye.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Deadeye system. That's their bullet time. So. Yes.
Interesting.
Indeed. So, at first I didn't really like Arthur actually all that much at the beginning of the game, because he didn't like John, because John had left the gang for a little while and Arthur didn't trust him, so he didn't like John. So I'm like, well, if you don't like John, then I don't like you, man. So, because John is an excellent character. So.
But he gets owned.
Yeah. It's quite unfortunate.
Indeed.
And you play as Jack.
In the second game?
Yeah. No. In Red Dead Redemption, the original. After John gets killed.
Oh, yeah.
You play as Jack.
Yeah, that's what I...
Playing as Jack in this one would be interesting, because he's like 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's probably even younger than it, actually.
So it'd be like playing Mary Jane in the Spider-Man game?
Basically. Because he was like 14 or so in Red Dead Redemption, and this is like 8 years before that, so he's probably even younger than that. So.
He's not but a babe.
Yeah, pretty much.
A slimy...
A slimy.
Yeah, just a slimy.
Yeah, just a slime.
That'd be awesome. If I had a child and it was like a Dragon Quest slime.
I'm not sure how the mother of the baby would feel about that.
She'd say, wow, that's epic. You're an epic gamer.
Oh, dude, our child's an epic gamer, bro. Only an epic gamer could father a spawn like this. You are the most epic of gamers, Austin.
She would call me Entbret.
Entbret?
That is my sex name.
Your sex name?
Yes.
Is that, it's like your gamer tag, but for sex? Sexual encounters?
Yeah. Yes. My RuneScape sex name.
Your RuneScape sex girlfriend?
RuneScape. What would that even mean?
Exactly what I said. You have sex in RuneScape with your RuneScape sex girlfriend. It's like how in real life people do friends with benefits, outside of a relationship. So she's like your RuneScape fuck buddy, basically. So.
That's the ideal situation.
Indeed. I don't need a whammon to sleep with in real life. I need a RuneScape whammon to sleep with.
Yes. We talked. I think that's my fault. I bring up RuneScape like every recording session in Doom.
When we're talking about women, it's a natural.
It is.
It's the natural progression, right?
Apparently.
What other options are there? Like, how are we supposed to attract women other than talking about RuneScape? There's no other options.
Oh, jeez.
That reminds me, the giving in Red Dead too is really good. Like,
There's giving in it?
yeah, if you shoot a dude's leg off, like if you shoot a dude's leg at like point blank range, they'll like blow his leg off. If you tie somebody up and then like toss them on the train tracks, it'll like cut them off where the wheels hit them.
Oh.
So like, if you put them on the train, long ways, and then it runs over their legs, it'll cut their legs off.
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
it's excellent.
So it's
There's a lot of impressive attention to detail.
I remember when giving used to be like controversial and Call of Duty did it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Now nobody does it because it takes too much, I don't know, processing to do, I guess, and it's just a little flair. It's not really necessary for the game.
Yeah, with all the complaints they got to, it probably wasn't even worth it at that point. I thought it was epic, Mickey, though.
It was totally epic, dude.